So our meeting today is about an induction to IB Primary Years program at my school. So this is the overview of what we are going to cover today together. And the objectives of this meeting. This meeting will provide you an overview of the IB Primary Years program, or IB PYP. We will share the core beliefs of this program and its essential elements to help you understand the kind of education your child receives at my school. So firstly, I would like to share with you the IB mission statement. IB, or International Baccalaureate, aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. So this organization works with schools, governments, and international organizations through four, let's say, programs. The first one is PYP, then MYP Middle Years Program, and then DP Diploma Program. And after all will be the CP. And all these programs are based on this shared mission statement. These programs encourage students across the world to become active, compassionate, and lifelong learners who understand that other people with their differences can also be right. So IB mission statement aspire to nurture students and young learners who are a global citizen. So here, I'm sharing with you my school vision and mission statement. So we try to go beyond the classic approaches of education. We try to offer the most innovative and the latest international curriculum. And we try to teach our students, our learners, about the values. And we also try to nurture them to be critical thinkers and also a responsible citizen who will live in a peaceful world. So we try to nurture students who are lifelong learners, who are deep-rooted in their identities, in their values, in their culture and heritage. All right, what is the primary years program? This picture gives you a big picture about the core elements or feature of IB primary years program that we will go into details in the next slides. So the PYP is a curriculum framework for young learners aged 3 to 12. So let's talk about my school's context. We've got early years, which will be KG1, KG2, and grade 1. And then we've got other primary years, which are grades 2 to 6. All these grades are working based on PYP curriculum framework, which is based on the recognition of a child's natural curiosity, creativity, and ability to reflect. It generates a stimulating, challenging learning environment to nurture the whole child and foster a lifelong love of learning for all. So this curriculum acknowledges students' or learners' curiosity, their passion, their interest, and we try to build on that to make learning something interesting for them, something that they feel like they are the owner of that learning. We are following their passion and their interest. Today we will go through this approach holistically to see how learning and teaching happens within this curriculum framework. Okay, we will start with IB learner profile attributes. We've got a set of 10 attributes, which are inquirers, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, risk takers, balanced, and reflective. These IB learner profile attributes permeate all facets of school life in the PYP. You may have already heard these attributes from your child at home while talking about the school or while talking about anything around them in the real life, in the real world, because these traits or attributes are embedded in all our actions, in all our teaching and learning. So our teachers and also other community members, let's say our administrators, are also displaying these attributes every day at school through their actions, through their interaction with the students. We try to nurture them to stick to these attributes and values in the classroom, let's say in the music room, in the library, or in their plays, in the recess time. So they are being, let's say, invited and nurtured to follow these values and respect these attributes. The next element is transdisciplinary themes or transdisciplinary learning. So we say that PYP is transdisciplinary. It means that students learn across subject areas while inquiring into big ideas. So let me introduce to you 6 transdisciplinary themes which are working in the PYP curriculum. The themes are who we are, where we are in place and time, how we express ourselves, how the world works, how we organize ourselves, and sharing the planet. So all our learning and teaching are planned within these transdisciplinary themes that define our units of inquiry. In grades 2 to 6, we cover all these 6 transdisciplinary themes in an academic year. So each theme will have normally 6 weeks. In these 6 weeks, we've got a central idea, 3 lines of inquiry, and other elements which are going to be covered through whole subjects. So each subject will contribute to the understanding of this transdisciplinary theme within its knowledge and within other elements that we are going to talk about it. Something that I would like to mention here is that in our early years, KG1, KG2, and grade 1, they will cover 4 transdisciplinary themes in an academic year. Talking about our school, we've got 3 academic terms in each year. In primary years, grade 2 to 6, we will have 2 transdisciplinary themes each term, and students will receive a descriptive report at the end of each term. It means 2 transdisciplinary themes. And about early years, they will cover 4 transdisciplinary themes. So the first and the third term will cover 1 transdisciplinary theme, and the second term and the middle will cover 2 transdisciplinary themes. The next feature is key concepts. So we've got a set of 7 key concepts that you can see them in this poster: form, function, causation, change, connection, perspective, and responsibility. So within each transdisciplinary theme, based on the lines of inquiry that will be covered during the unit of inquiry, 3 key concepts will be matched and chosen, and the core subjects we'll be working on based on these, not only the core subjects, so we can say that all subjects try to work based on these key concepts. So based on these key concepts, students explore significant concepts through each unit of inquiry. Let's say if they are working on form, what is it like? So they will work on this key concept in their English, Arabic, mathematics, science, and also other subjects, based on the knowledge scope that they are going to cover in that unit of inquiry. These concepts help to build understanding across, between, and beyond subjects within a transdisciplinary unit of inquiry. Other than these key concepts, we can choose other related concepts within each subject to give a better understanding of the knowledge to students. So I have attached one video to this slide. It is a video of an student-initiated action, actually. So it doesn't have a sound, but I'm going to give you an oral explanation about it. So this is a student-initiated action about the key concept responsibility. As in the transdisciplinary unit of inquiry, they were learning about being responsible and working on the key concept responsibility. This child has taken the action to be responsible, to be principled in her daily life, and she took the responsibility and the lead to clean up the room after finishing her studies at home. So here she is cleaning up the room, and at the end, she gives a short explanation about what she did. So okay. All right. So we move to the next slide, which is about approaches to learning, or shortly we call that ATL. These approaches to learning are a set of skills and sub-skills, of course. So these skills are social skills, research skills, thinking skills, communication skills, and self-management skills. These skills will teach students to learn how to learn. It's like, let's say, monitoring their learning. So through explicit and implicit strategies, teachers will teach students these approaches to learning, so to give them, to equip the students with the skills and associated sub-skills to support these students to become self-regulated learners. So all teachers will foster and support the development of these skills by providing opportunities in authentic learning experiences. So through all subjects and through all periods, students will be implicitly or explicitly will be worked on based on these approaches to learning. They have many sub skills that we've got a school, we have a school-wide plan to make sure that from let's say KG1 to grade 6, students are working on all these skills and sub skills. So these skills support purposeful inquiry and set the foundations for lifelong learning. We, as I said, we equip students to be self-regulated learners, to be independent, to equip them with life skills, let's say. The next element is agency. Agency is giving the voice, choice, and ownership of the learning. So with different strategies, we try to give the sense of ownership to students, that they are the owner of this learning. They can voice, they have the voice, and they have the choice in their learning journey. And this will help the students to improve the sense of self-efficacy, the belief that they can do it, and they can make choices, or they can voice their opinions, and this will directly influence their learning. So students are always encouraged to ask questions, open-ended questions, and express their wonderings, so that they acknowledge that, yeah, teachers are here to help me set goals and to answer my question, to help me, let's say, to achieve the answer or reach the answer of my wonderings and questions. So through different strategies, students try to foster agency in our students. So in this way, the relationship between the teacher and students will become a partnership. And the students will use their will and initiative to take the responsibility and to be the owner of their learning. So they will build a sense of community and awareness of their opinions, values, and needs of others. This agency may happen in different, let's say, versions or in different strategies. Sometimes, for example, if the students are going to have an assessment, the teacher will build the success criteria, the rubric or the checklist for their success with the students. So the teacher will ask them, how do you think you can be successful in this assessment? Then students from in advance, they will know, and they will partner with the teachers to create their success criteria, and they will stick to that success criteria, and they will try to achieve their goals and meet those criteria. So we move to another very important element of PYP curriculum, which is inquiry. The inquiry learning is, let's say, one of the most important strategies in PYP. So here you can see the inquiry cycle. So this inquiry cycle has got 6 steps, that it is not kind of a linear, let's say, cycle. teachers and students may let's say repeat one stage when they feel that they need to go deeper or they need to revisit that stage. So it starts with tuning in. It means that students will tune into or will be introduced into the knowledge, concept, and the unit of inquiry, and then finding out through different strategies, they will find out with the guidance of the teachers about that subject, knowledge or concepts. And then they will, then we move to sorting out, going further, making conclusions, and taking action. Action is also very important, is considered as a very important element in PYP, that the aim of all these learning and teaching is the action, to see the action in the wider community, and not only at school, but also in the bigger community. So about the inquiry, I can say that in inquiry, students move from their current understanding to the next level or to a deeper understanding. They explore, they wonder, they question through learning, let's say, experiences, through plays even, mostly in our early years, which is a play-based which are receiving a play-based curriculum. So through these plays and experiments, they will inquire and they will learn more. They will make connections between their previous learning and also the current learning. They set their goals and they will try to achieve them. And they will solve problems in a variety of ways. So most importantly, it helps the students to be independent, to be critical thinkers, and to be responsible, to take action. As I mentioned before, with those approaches to learning, with those skills, step by step, they are equipped with those skills to take the lead and to be the owner of their learning. So here you can see the subjects. So PSPE stands for physical, personal, social, and physical education. So language, the languages at my school are English, Arabic, from grade 1, Mandarin, and from grade 3 also French language. So we, and also IB PYP curriculum framework, believe that learning languages will help us to be open-minded and will help us to be international minded. So that's why language plays a crucial role in IB PYP curriculum. Then ICT skills, mathematics, social studies, music, arts, science, and of course, Islamic studies. So the units of inquiry authentically interweave ideas and skills from all these subject areas. And PYP encourages students to make their own connections between what they know and how it relates to the world around them. So the transdisciplinary learning and inquiry learning will help students to make connection between these subject areas. And also it will help them and equip them with the skills and knowledge to relate it to the world around them. So we move to assessment. Assessment is integral to PYP curriculum. Assessment is for the learner, learning and teaching, and for the learning community. The purpose of assessment is to inform learning and teaching, and also to assess what students have already understood or learned through all the inquiry and teaching and learning. So if we want to talk about why means the purpose of the assessment to inform learning and teaching, and then how the assessment tools and strategies to monitor, document, and measure learning. It's not only pen and paper assessments. It may have different tools and strategies. It can be short reflections, or it can be big projects. It can be individual or pair work or group work. And these assessments not only assess the knowledge of the subjects, but also the skills and also the conceptual understanding. So in PYP, mostly we do everything in the classroom. Students do not have to do much work at home. So even if it is a project, maybe they do not have to do anything at home. Everything will be covered in the classroom with the cooperation with teachers and also peers to achieve their goals. And as I mentioned before about the assessment, students are informed about the assessments, and sometimes even they have the choice to choose the final product that they want to produce in order to meet the criteria. And most of the time, the criteria is also constructed with the cooperation of teachers and students within classroom discussions, samples, so on and so forth. So assessment is very important in PYP, but it's not always pen and paper, and it does not cause stress or that bad feeling about tests, quizzes, and so on. Okay, so I think somebody is raising hand. Mr. Haytham Al-Kamiani.
Yes, Ms. Bari.
Yes, please.
First of all, thank you for this session. It's really inciting us on how the process is going on in the school. It's the first session for me.
Yes.
Just I was wondering how the parents are informed about the assessments.
Yeah.
Since we are talking about the assessment right now.
Yes.
So yes, please.
Yeah, that's a very good question. And I was already about to cover that, and I have prepared a slide about the platform that we are using at our school to inform parents and students about upcoming events and assessment. So if you just give me the chance to continue with the slides, in the last slide, I will cover this point.
All right, sure. Sorry for the interruption.
No worries at all. Okay. So then the exhibition. The exhibition is the most exciting thing about PYP in my perspective. So the exhibition happens in the final year of the PYP. So the exhibition is the culminating collaborative experience in the final year of the PYP, in which will be grade 6 this year. So you can see some pictures of the previous exhibition that we had in our school. We had both face-to-face and online exhibitions with our students. So the exhibition is an authentic process for students to explore, document, and share their understanding of an issue or opportunity of personal significance. So the students are the ones who are going to choose the area, the topic that they want to work on. With the guidance of the teachers, they are going to plan for everything in details. So they've got teachers and they've got some mentors to go on in their exhibition journey. So these exhibitions are student initiated, designed, and of course collaborative. I will not go into details regarding exhibition, because each year before the exhibition we have a meeting with our parents, and we go into details about exhibition, the role of parents, teachers, and students. So the role of parents in PYP. So we believe that children achieve more at school when their parents are involved in their education. So how we try to involve our parents in the education of their children. We've got three-way conferences and we've got two-way conferences led by our students. So we will, at certain times, we will invite our parents to the school, and students will lead a conference or a presentation. They will take a tour around their classroom, and they will show their parents what they have been doing during that transdisciplinary theme, what they have learned, and what they have achieved. At the end of each academic term, parents will receive descriptive reports about their child performance and achievement. The unit newsletters, so at the beginning of each unit of inquiry, we send out unit newsletters about the core features of that unit, like the transdisciplinary theme, the central ideas, the concepts, and so parents are aware of what students will go through during those 6 or 9 weeks, and they can follow with them, they can build on their knowledge. And we've got ManageBack, which is our platform for communication between teachers or school and parents. So through ManageBack, let me go to the slide of the ManageBack. So here we go. So here we've got the ManageBack, our school communication platform, in which you can have your communication with teachers. When you enter the ManageBack, you can see, you can find your child's teachers' email addresses if you want to communicate with them. If there is any assessment, oh, sorry for that. If there is any assessment, you will get notices through ManageBack, and you can see a calendar in which all the assessments or upcoming tasks have been mentioned, they're titled in the respective date. Then you can have access to the portfolio of your child. So teachers, with the cooperation with students, try to build on their e-portfolio, where which is let's say, for example, if your child is here with us at school from grade 1 to grade 4, you can see the portfolio from the first grade till the date. So this is about the portfolio. Sometimes teachers may upload something, students will reflect on their work and will upload the work that they love to keep in their portfolio. You will receive the weekly plans through ManageBack, in which you will be informed about the objectives of the week and also about any assessment which is coming, which is upcoming. You can get the unit of inquiry information. All the information are there for you. You will receive the reports. You can have a look at the grade book, the marks, and also if there is any events at school or in the classroom, you will get notifications through ManageBack.